Hi everyone, let's talk about Azuchi Castle. And I say the first thing that kind of drew me to this game, just going down the list of newly added games, was the picture that was posted to Board Game Geek of just the cover of Azuchi Castle. It really drew me in, and I really like the art style of this. Like on the attack cards and the construction cards and everything, it's really quite nice looking. And the game itself it's quite a nice little race game where we are trying to gather these resources and kind of push your luck on what the event is going to be. You know, there's only going to be 3 types of event, and one is going to hurt you. As soon as you've got points, you have to be worried about the attack cards, and you have to focus mainly on the building cards because that's the point of the game. But the tribute cards, where you can turn in money for points, can tip the balance in your favor. Getting that extra worker can be important because you can use your 2 workers for normal gathering resource actions, and then you can use your black cylinder for defense, just constant defense until there is eventually an attack. Or you can, just go full on defensive, as I tried in that game and it didn't quite work for me. The game, usually, I haven't played a game where it has gone longer than 12 rounds in my experience so far, but it can. And I think the way it normally goes, where as soon as 4 construction cards have come out and someone has contributed to each of them, so as long as one person did one of the builds on it, that is going to end the game as soon as those 4 have come out. But if, say, one came out and nobody could do it, there is going to be one kind of put with the other event cards, and when you have done 12 rounds, you shuffle up the 9 others, or more if more construction cards weren't done. And it can all depend on the order that the action cards and the construction cards came out. But if you hadn't done all 4, you would take the other construction card, the other event cards, with that last construction card, shuffle them all back together, and then keep playing until someone does contribute to the 4th construction card. I don't know how I would feel about if the game did end up going like that, because I like the length that it is right now, and adding a lot more to it until this last construction card would be finished. Like, if you shuffled these and it was at the bottom of, if it was the 9th card and you had to play 9 more rounds just to be able to construct one more thing, it would probably go on too long. But on the other hand, there's other chances to catch it with points. There would be all the tribute cards back in, and there's all the attack cards, so I suppose it adds some more kind of randomness and hope for people that things will change by the time that last construction card comes out. So it might be a good thing, but for me, I think the game might go on too long if that were to happen. So I think some things that people might not like about the game is that, as I said, there's push your luck involved, but it's kind of luck. It's push your luck with no information, as a lot of them are, but it's there's luck involved in the action cards you draw, as happened a couple of times in the playthrough. I suppose especially in a 2-player game as well, you might just end up with a display of all the same card and all you can take is one type of cube. But eventually you're going to get an exchange card, so they are going to be useful to you at some point. But there's luck of the draw, and there's luck of the events as well, because you can kind of prepare for a big attack and it doesn't come until the very end of the game, and you've kind of wasted workers over and over again doing that. But it's kind of, that's your own kind of decision to leave focus from the construction and concentrate on the attack cards, and that can't really pay off unless you do a little bit of both. And I suppose the other thing might be that the game is very light. But it's also very simple, and I would imagine it would be an easy thing to introduce to people that aren't as familiar with games. And the main thing is just, have that display of 3 cards in front of you, pick one of those cards, and early game anyway, when you're not worried about the attack cards, early game it's just your 2 workers are going to go on those 2 cards that you picked. You're going to get those 2 cubes, or you're going to convert a cube into another thing, and hopefully you're going to get the right combination of things in the right order when the event cards randomly come out. But overall, yeah, I think it's a lovely little, very light, but a nice little push your luck game, and constructing a castle at the same time. So if you are interested in that, this is going to be at Essen 2016, and it's going to be available from Backham Inc. I hope I'm saying that right. And other than that, I'm not sure where it's going to be available. But that was Azuchi Castle, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for the next game. Bye.